So like I said, the handout, you can find it either on the chat or on Slack. And we're going to go over what we're going to do today. Today is going to be visualization. And we're going to do a couple of visualizations. And today we're going to also get some data from the web. So it's interesting how Power BI gets it done. So hello, everybody. And the last class for Power BI is today. So let me switch monitors here. And like I said, you can find the Power today's class in the Slack and also on the chat. And that's going to be the handout for today, where you're going to find all the information. So let me set up my screen here. So we have this, and then I don't know. Oh, I know. There it is. And so go ahead and open your Power BI. And one thing I wanted to show you is on the Slack channel, you're going to get, if you scroll down here in the Thursday class, you scroll down a little bit, you're going to see here a link that starts with bankrate.com. Just make a note of that. We're going to be using that link. Let me put it on the chat too, so you can also use it, and it's in the handout too. So I'm going to put it in the chat. No, not that. I have two keywords here, so I get confused very easy about with the two keywords and the two mice. So you're going to get this web address, and we're going to be using that web address very soon. Of course, that's the wrong keyword. And that web address is going to open this website. Let me make it smaller so it fits in the screen. So when you open the website, the URL I put on the chat and on Slack, you're going to, if you click on it, there is an article it's going to open that is called the best dates for retirement. So these are the best and worst states of retirement. That's the name of the article. If you scroll down, you're going to see a table with data. So what we're going to do, we're going to extract that data into Power BI. So Power BI is going to take that table that you see in this article, web article, and it's going to get the data. So you don't have to do any copy paste. You just tell Power BI, go to this website, and Power BI is going to detect there is a data there, and it's going to extract it. So it's a very cool thing that Power BI is capable of doing. So let me put this away because it's on the way here of my screen. Move it to the other screen and move my Slack to the other screen, and hopefully I have the right link. Okay, so here on Power BI desktop, you're going to get a click where it says get data, and something is going to show up there eventually. And you're going to go where it says others here at the bottom. And then you're going to look for it says web, W-E-B. So you're going to click web. And then at the bottom of the screen, it's going to say connect. So click on connect. And then there is a window, it's going to show up. In that window, you're going to put that web address that I mentioned to you. So you're going to paste it there, either with Control B or with right click your mouse, or you do Control V as Victor, paste, and you put the whole address for the website. When you enter the whole address of the website, you are ready to click OK. And it's going to extract the data in the article. So let me know if it works for you. And if it doesn't work for you, let me know too, so we can troubleshoot it. So once you get this window, it's going to be blank. So you think maybe I did something wrong. You haven't done anything wrong. You're going to choose the table. See, it says ranking of best and worst for retirement. This one is something they suggest you to do. You can ignore that part. Just put a check mark on this box. And when you do that, you're going to see a preview of the table. So this is a preview of the table that Power BI is going to extract from the document. So you can move along and see a preview. You're not going to see all the data, but you're going to see all the columns. So you can see that it's very similar to the article that where we are extracting the data. So if this is okay, you're going to click load for now. So click load. When you click load, it's gonna do some transformation, some default transformation maybe, possibly, but we're gonna do the rest of the transformation like we did last week. So if you don't see the data, just make sure you go here to the icon where you see the data. So because the default for Power BI is to go to the visual, to the report view. So you want to move into the data view. Once you do go to the data view, you're going to see also a preview of the data. You can scroll down and see the data. And also you're going to see on the right the fields, and you can click on the caret here. Where did it go? Sorry. Caret here, and it's going to show all the columns. But there is, as you can see, maybe you see there is something wrong right now with the data. And we worked on it last week. So anybody see what's wrong with the data right now? You can write it on the chat or on Slack. So anybody see anything wrong with the data? So maybe you see the columns. What are the names of the columns? Yeah, it has a default column of the names of the columns. Thank you, Jeff. has a name column. So that's not correct. So we need to transform. So we're gonna go here to home. And on home, we're gonna hover all the way to where it says transform data. And then we're gonna go to the Power Query. In the Power Query, that's where we're gonna do transformations, and that's what we did last week. So we just do a quick transformation here. So here you can see apply steps. On the right are the steps that Power Query has done so far. It hasn't done anything else. And then you see on the left the query that we're doing right now. So queries are any actions that a Power BI is gonna do on a table. So we're gonna go here to transform. And remember, the first one we did last week is use the first row as a header. So the first row, we can move it up. So we're gonna promote the first row into the headers. So we're just gonna click use first row as headers. And that's done. And then the next one is the first row. The first row has the title of the data in the article for 2019, best and worst state for retirement. So we wanna click on the row, and then we're gonna go home to the home ribbon and find to reduce rows and remove rows. And then we need to tell them how many rows we're gonna remove. So we're gonna remove one row, and that should take care of it. So you see steps on the right, the steps that were done right now to the data. So it seems like this is okay so far, but there is one more thing we need to do. So you notice here, this is ABC. So you remember what the type of data is. You might remember what this ABC is. So this is ABC, this is ABC, and this is ABC, and this is ABC. So there is a change we need to do there. And you see these are numbers, is no text. The first column is a text value, is a text type, data type. So we can leave the first column as text, which is ABC. But these ones, the following columns, they all have numbers. So we cannot leave it as text because otherwise Power BI is not going to recognize those, and it's going to give us errors when we build the visuals. So we're going to select the overall rank, and then we can do right click and change type to see is right now the default is text. So we're going to change it to whole number. And then it change. And if you can see this, if you want to see this one, this box here, this is the formula box similar to Excel. You can go here to view and you click formula bar, and if you wanted to see it. And it's interesting to see what's happening there because Power BI has a code underneath that is called DAX. So if you learn DAX, all this stuff becomes much easier. But right now we're just changing the data type. Go and change the data type here for all the columns except for a state. So we're gonna do whole and then whole in numbers, and then whole numbers, and then right click and hold numbers. And when you're done, you're gonna go here to home and you do click close and apply, and then you see that this is the step where you change all the type, and you do close and apply. And then it's gonna load up. So any questions so far? Any other questions? This is so far similar to what we did last week. So we're gonna start building the visualization. So we're gonna go here to the report view. And one of the things you wanna make sure you understand the dashboard here of the report view. So you're supposed, you click here where it says report. This is data, and this is the model. Right now we only have one table, so it's not applicable. So that's how you know it's divided, Power BI is divided, so you are in the report. Then you have here the menus, so you can see different ribbons for the report, which actually they apply for everybody, but you see like here you can check the themes, the colors for the reports. And then on the right is where we do the work. You're gonna see fields. Under fields, you're gonna see your data table. And if you click on the caret, you're gonna see all the columns that are on the table. So if you go here to the data table, you're gonna see they match. So you have state, you have overall rank, affordability, crime, culture, weather, and wellness. Does somebody notice something here on the fields? There is something that Power BI detects and add. So anybody notice something that is not here, that is being added? Does anybody notice it? What Power BI does without asking us to the data.
Summarize all the numbers.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. So what it does is when we change the data type to numbers, Power BI is gonna do, the text is a integer data type, so they're numbers. So it's gonna do an addition, a sum. So the sigma is a sum. And you can see the only one that is not done is the state, because it's a text data type, so you cannot add it. So but still, if the data is just, the data is still like in the table, but we can also use it as a measurement. So we're gonna go and create our first visualization. So the first thing we're gonna do is state. So we're gonna grab that, click on the state, and then hold your mouse with your left finger and move it to the canvas. So this is the canvas. Just move it to the canvas and let it go. And you're gonna see what happens. So Power BI is gonna detect that as a geolocation data. So geolocation is a geographical location, because here it has a state. And remember, states will be all the state United States, the 50 states, and it's gonna put it in the map. Now we're gonna drag, let me make this bigger so you can see it. So you can see it's only the text is marking where the states are, but it doesn't have a value yet. So let's add an overall rank. So overall ranks. So remember, the article has weight the best, given a value to each state. So 1 is the most desirable place to retire, and 50 is the less desirable. Well, it's more than 50. You go and see the data. 1, and then these are the points that were given, and then the worst one has 50 points. So you know the, the shorter the better. So now we're gonna drag overall, just drag it and let it, and you see the circles, they start getting either bigger or smaller. And so you can see how the bigger they are is the less desirable, and the smaller are the best place. So we can, by clicking, we can isolate. And also we can click here on this focus mode and make it bigger. So we can see here now better. So you can see the smaller ones. And you can hover over and you're gonna get the ranking by the location. And you're gonna see that. And you can change it if I don't like, you're gonna click here on the field. If I don't like overall rank, I can maybe choose culture and move it here. And then I get another visualization of that. And when I'm done, and then you can make it smaller for now until we decide what to do with it. Okay, so let's try another one. So to try another one, you're gonna click on the white space to try another one. If you are clicking here and you choose another visualization, it'll change it. So we're gonna click on the white part. Okay, so the next field here is the visualization. So we have several choices here. So let's do a bar. So there are a lot of bars. There are stack bar, there are vertical bars, there are horizontal bars. So just choose a simple bar. So just click on the cluster column bar. And if you hover over these 3 points here, you can move it. So let's move it here. And let's drag state. And then let's drag affordability. And then we're gonna get a bar there. And you can make it bigger too. But you can see these are a lot of bars. So I don't know what's the point in having something like that. Like it'll be better if we have less. The other thing is starting with the worst one. So I think it's more significant if we start with the best one. So we're gonna go here to the 3 points, click here, and we're gonna sort it so it goes ascending. So you're gonna sort by affordability. Make sure you click affordability. Then go back to the 3 points and you're gonna do ascending. And now you see, you can visualize what are the best states for affordability. Also, maybe this one will be better vertical. So you can choose vertical. And then you can see that. So you can customize it to where how many you wanna see. If you scroll down, you're gonna see more bars. If you minimize, you're gonna see less bars. And then we're gonna filter, but I'm gonna show you how to filter in a little bit. Let's try another one. Let's try another in another page so we can, it's getting very crowded here on my screen because my screen is magnified. So let's try another one here on page 2. Let's try a combined chart. So any question at this point? Later on, I'm going to show you how to change colors and how to customize the colors and data labels. But any questions so far? Nope. Yes, no? Okay. So now we're going to do 3 values in a chart. So we're going to start with state. Let's choose maybe wellness, or let's do weather, and then overall rank. So right now, everything is a map. So maybe this is not the best visualization for all those values. So let's choose this one here. Let's do a stack bar and then we change it. So we can click on the stack bar and you can click here and it'll keep changing. See, you can click and it'll keep changing. Uh, so let's choose that one. But right now we cannot see these three things, these three different values. We cannot see it. We cannot tell which one is which. So that's what we're gonna do right here. So make sure you are at the bottom. There is gonna be like a three, like two rectangles is right here. This is where we're gonna choose what is X and what is Y. So this is the horizontal is X, the vertical is Y. So we need to choose which one is a dependent variable and the independent variable. So the state is correct. We want the state horizontal in the axis, but then the values, we have the column values, which is the weather, which is what you see here. So this is the ranking on the weather, but I don't see the overall rank. So I don't know. Oh, it went to the tooltips and we're not using tooltips now. So let's X this one out. And you see here where it says line values. That's where the overall rank needs to go. So we're going to drag it to where is the correct situation, the correct one. So now we have this, which is you can see right here, the blue is the points for the weather and the purple is the points for the overall rank. But this is kind of a mess. I wouldn't present that because it's really messed up, but we're gonna fix it so it's readable and people can look at it and get information from it. And the best information to get out of it is to people to find out where is the best place to retire. So let's add one more variable. So let's do wellness. Okay, there is wellness and it added to the right place, the values. The values is the values that are gonna be on the Y axis. So let's choose something visually less convoluted. So let's choose the next one. So now we have this, but it's a lot of information and it's not giving us, even though it's a pretty chart, it's not giving us the right visualization for us to understand what's going on. So the first thing we're going to start from the best to the worst state. So we're gonna sort it. So we're gonna do overall rank, and then we're going to do the ascending. So now everything is ascending. So you can choose, this is the best state. It might not have the best weather, but it has the best wellness. And that's why it came up as number one. Nebraska is the number one state. And then the next one is Iowa, even though the weather is not very good, but the wellness is 12 and may have some other points that work on that. But in this one, we can see how, if you want to sort it by wellness, we can sort it out too. So we can do wellness. So the wellness is, yeah. So now you can see what are the best states in wellness and how they rank. So, but it's still a lot of data. So we need to, I'm gonna do it rank. I'm gonna change it in ranks. And there is a lot of data. So I just gonna do the top 10 to start with, and maybe do top 5. So I'm gonna go here to overall rank and click, I hope you can see this. When you go to overall rank, there's 3 dots right on the right of the word. And we're gonna put our filter there. And then we're gonna do add filter. And we're gonna do visual level filter. And just click that. And now we're gonna go to the filter section here. So right here on the filter section, you have filters on this visual. You can have filters on the page or filters on the report. I'm just gonna choose filter on this visual. And right here, you scroll down, you have overall rank all, which means all the states are showing, all the data points are showing. And then we have the next box, it says overall rank is all filter type. So that's what we're gonna do, a top 10, and it is a top N, top N. So that's, remember, that's how you add the top N filter very quickly. You need, and it's only gonna allow you to have one of these data columns, data labels to be a top N. So you'll only one. So you do top N, and then we're not gonna do top because the smaller it is, the better. So we're gonna do bottom, and then we're gonna type 10. So the bottom 10, and then it needs to apply. We need to apply the filter. And I don't know. Oh, and then we're gonna add overall rank here. The last thing we need to do, overall rank. So to summarize, we're gonna add the filter here as a visual label. You can do a report level too. Then we're gonna go here to filters, scroll down to where it says advanced filtering, choose top N, then bottom 10, overall rank. So you move it, make sure by the value is the overall rank, apply filter. And now we have the top 10. So now the data looks better, the visual looks better because it's not overwhelmed by data. It's not overwhelmed by color and has a lot of information that we don't care. We only care about the top 10. And then you can change it. Maybe you don't want to add wellness, you want to add column, culture, or you want to add affordability. So you can, it changes life. Maybe if you don't want weather, let's put wellness. And now it gives more information about why people are choosing that. You can add, you can keep adding. So maybe you want to add crime and see how they compare. And maybe you want to do a stack. Maybe that's a better way. So you have a stack, and here you have this line. To change the colors, one way, easy way to change the colors, you can go here to view and just choose a template. You can test out the different templates. I don't know why it's not changing. Why is not changing? There it is, finally changed. So you can play with this, and you want to choose something, a theme that can differentiate from each other. Also, you have to be careful. Some people cannot tell between what was it, red and green and blue. So you want to have constructing colors so people cannot confuse the colors. And so you want to have something very that differentiate from each other, so they can capture the information So you want somebody to look at this and don't be able to explain it to them and give the information that they need to have without much explanation. So for example, I like this one, but what I don't like is I have two blue. So I'm gonna change that. So to do that, you're gonna find a format painter, like a roller right here. So click on that roller, and as you scroll down, you're gonna see a lot of choices. You're gonna see a lot of choices. So let me make sure that it is. Now I selected the visualization. So now it's gonna show the choices that I want. So you remember to click on the visualization so you can see where you can change it. So we're gonna scroll down where it says that data colors. And then you see there is orange, which is the line. There is affordability, which is the blue. So let's change the affordability to another color. So let's change it to white, maybe. No white. See, it disappeared. So that's not a good one. Maybe gray. There it is. Or a lighter gray. No, too light. Another one. Yeah, I think I like that one. Let's see what else we can do. We can change the background too. So to change the background, it's off. So we just click on, and you can choose another background. Right now it's white. So maybe you want to choose something like that, and maybe do a transparency. And then if we do that, then we can have more room for the colors for affordability. So I'm going to change that one and make it lighter. No, make it white. So now it is. So I like that one better. And so you can play around with that. There is a legend here, and you can move the legend. Maybe you want it to be top center. Maybe it's too small. So that's the position, and you can make it a little bit bigger. So let's put 40. See what happened. So 40 is too big. So I'm going to put 30. And there it is. Then there is the title. Well, this is general, but let's scroll down where it says title. Somewhere here it says title. Title. And you can put it in the center. So the title, you can change the title. I'm not going to change the title. I think it's good the way it is. And maybe I can put here 32, and then change the color of the font. Maybe something more catchy there. So what do you think? Does it look good? And there is more. I invite you to check all these features here so you can shape all your visuals and play with it and see all the stuff you can discover by doing this. So any questions for some changing the visuals. Okay, well, you can also customize the labels. So I can go to data labels here. And I have to turn it on. So the data labels are going to put values here. So I want to put, maybe I want to do that. So maybe I just want to put one data label, which is the overall rank. So I just went to the data label. I went to data label. Let me see if I can make this bigger. There, data labels. I turn it on. Then I'm going to scroll down. And I have to go down to where it says customize. So I'm going to customize it here. And I shows overall rank. So that's the one it's showing. And then I'm going to turn the other ones off. So it says here show, and I'm going to put off. So I don't want that one to show. I just want only the overall ranking to show. So overall rank, and then I'm going to put the text bigger. And then if I scroll down here, I'm going to put maybe a background. And then I'm going to do a transparency. Okay, so see, you can play around with that, and also the position. I can put the position where I wanted to put it, there, or above. And if you want, you can go and choose another one. So maybe we can choose affordability. See if it's showing. So I'm going to show that one. Now let's choose the one at the top. Which one was at the one at the top? Crime. So let's put crime. And I'm going to show that one. And I'm going to put it. If this is a value, you can choose. If it's money value, you can choose here. So it says 5K or 5M. But since this is not that case, I don't need that. So I'm going to put the position. I can put inside. Oh, let me make it bigger so you all can see it, because it's too small the way it is. So you can put it inside and inside center or inside base. I think the best thing here is to put the at the end. So that's one thing you can do with that. And you can do it in every single chart with bars. And then let's go to the other one here, to page 1. And I want to show you something interesting. So this is here, this dashboard is gonna be interactive. So I'm gonna try to show you what is interactive. So I'm gonna choose California here. Oh, that's Oklahoma, I couldn't see it. So you can see when I click that particular state, that's gonna show in the map. So this is interactive. I can go and choose this one. I can hold shift, I think, and choose to state or a range. So I'm holding shift and I'm choosing a group of states. And I can choose here the one I want to show you that I want to, and then when I'm done, I click out. So maybe I want to choose the top ones here, the top 10. So I'm going to hold shift on the keyboard and choose, no, those one. Choose this, only this bottom, this top one, which is the bottom. And then it's tricking me because my keyboard is not very good. See, my mouse is not very good. But hope you can do that. There. So you can, well, if you have a presentation, you can actually, this is dynamic. So you can change, click on different values and it's gonna choose here. Also, I believe it works the other way too. So if I click here, this circle, then it's gonna pick up this one on the chart. So if I click this circle, it's gonna click up. I can also bring the other chart here. I can copy this one. So I go here, select it, right click, copy, and then I'm going to page one, right click, well, left click first, and then, oh, you have to do Control V as Victor because it won't let you. There it is. And then I'm gonna make it smaller, and then we can play with the feature I told you about. We can make it interactive, and you can move it like this. And then I can click this one here. Well, that one doesn't exist here, or it doesn't exist here. So let's do Nebraska. It's not showing up here. So there it is. There's something showed up. And let's choose this one here, this state. And then it comes up here. And I can hold shift and choose these two, these three. And I can hold shift and keep selecting. So only the ones on the chart are gonna show up. So right now we have the top 10 best states to retire are Hawaii, and we have here Montana, Nebraska, South Dakota, Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa, Wisconsin, Kentucky, and Florida. If you want to share this, you can go here to File, and of course you save it. You try to save it, so you can save it as a file. So best states for retirement. Oh, wrong. And save. And then we're going to put it as PDF. If you want to share it, so you can export this as a PDF. And then if you have the online version of Power BI, then you can publish it to your Power BI account. And then that dashboard is gonna live in your Power BI account. And if you have, if you're in a SharePoint or in a group of people, you can share with them the dashboard. Since it's your dashboard, you can edit it, but you cannot edit anybody else's dashboard that you don't have rights to edit.